Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Dawn here. So today I'm with you because we're going to make a bit of a different card today. So I'm going to try and make a male themed card, and I've got a few things out of my stash. So in here I have already done some die cutting using this Tim Holtz die set. Excuse me. It is number 664152, and I got this from Creative Rocks. It will have been about £3, something like that. I will, if they've still got them available, I'll leave a link in the description box below, but I'll leave a link anyway to the shop because they always have really good sales on their dies. So I've already die cut one of everything, and I've also kept all the little inserts because what I thought we could do today is actually make our own background using this. So I've used 3 different types of cardstock. I've used this red pearlized, this like coppery, bronzy pearlized, and then just a bit of scrap patterned paper. Now I'm keeping these because what I thought would be really cool is to use them as stencils, so that's what we're going to do. I've got this card base that I have made myself, and it is in a red rust colour, which is just absolutely gorgeous. It is 4 1/8 by 5 7/8, so it's just an A4 sheet of paper folded in half and then cut in half, and I have got it 10-fold. I've then done a bit of matting, so we're going to mat it. We're going to put a black mat on, and then this is going to be the paper that we use. I'm going to create something with it. And then in my stash I have this from the craft box, and it is the other side. It's a paper pad collection, and the papers in it are just fab. We've also got some words that we might use here. I'm not 100% sure, but there's a few elements in here that I thought we could maybe cut out and use as our focal image. I just love that. I just really like it. So that's what I was sort of thinking along those lines. So yeah, I love that window's just absolutely gorgeous. I was thinking of using this as my background paper, but no, we're not going to now. But what I am thinking is we've got these little cut parts in here, so maybe we can use one of these cut parts and then excuse me, my throat's gone all like or is it crackly, and maybe we could cut out some of these words and use that as our focal point. If I don't use those words, I have brought in my trusty Tim Holtz words because that fell out, because I love them, and I know most of us do have them. It is one of those things that we all just really love to have in our stash. So let me just pop that to the side in these. So what we are going to start off by doing is I've just got myself a bit of scrap white card here, just so that I don't mess up my mat. I am going to bring in my what they're called, blending brushes. I knew what they were, but you know, you just, yeah, it's one of those days. And I'm not sure if you can hear it, but I think we've got thunder and lightning, so it's really pouring it down at the minute. Okay, so I'm going to come in with my dried marigold, and I'm going to do this all over my piece of cardstock. Now I am coming in from the edge. I'm starting off on the scrap bit of paper because I find that I get a much better blend. It doesn't look as though it is showing up much on here, but it's like a really soft orange colour. It's really nice. So I'm just wanting to build up that background, and what I thought I'd do first is we would do this, so getting it all the ink on. So like I say, I'm just building all of that up like this, and then I'm going to come in. I've got another 2 distressing. So I've got aged mahogany and I've got ground espresso. Now I want this to be patchy, so I'm wanting it to be quite funky really. So I'm not bothered that it's not a perfect blend, because I'm not, for this card we're not looking for a perfect blend. We are looking for quite a rustic look. So I'm really liking that. And then the last one, now I'm just going to use this one around the edge, and that is the dark espresso, and this is just to give us a border just around that edge, just like this. Then what we're going to do is we're actually going to come in with our stencils that, well, our bits of card that we did our die cutting out of. So there you have it. So that's what we're looking at, which is absolutely gorgeous, and that's what I was aiming for. So everything's just falling down. Right, okay, so we've got these gorgeous stencils. Now I think I'm going to use this one, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to come in with the H mahogany, and we're just going to go around just the edges, so as you can see, and that creates a really, really cool background. So it will match in. Let me see if I can line that up perfectly. There we go. So I'm just doing this, but what I'm going to be doing is, so once that's done just like that, let's do some more over here, is I'm going to come in with one of the other ones, and then we maybe use a different coloured ink. So it's just a random sort of selection of yeah, of the designs. I mean, how cool is that looking? So then we're going to come in with this one. I'm actually going to come in with the dried marigold for this one, and we're just going to do this section up at the top. So really concentrating on getting that colour in, and we are going to do it all over. So keep your negatives to your die cuts, because it's such a good way of creating stencils and creating looks that really you wouldn't think to do. But I'm loving, absolutely loving how this is looking. That weather, oh my word, it really is coming down. Like, honestly, and I think we are about to have thunder, so you might hear a bit of thunder in this. Okay, so there's that bit. Now the last one that I'm going to come in with, we're going to bring in the ground espresso, and I'm loving this sort of section up here. So again, let's just go for it, and we're just going to bring in that colour. Now I'm not going to go heavy handed with the ground espresso because it is a very dark colour. However, we do want it to look really cool on our background. So how awesome is this looking? I'm loving it. So yeah, so just getting that in like that, and I think maybe just a little bit, actually let's have this a star up here. Yeah, loving that. I'm gonna have a star up there, and then we'll just have these edge bits. So as you can see, I'm making my own paper by doing this. I just think it's looking really, really good. So yeah, okay, right, I think that's enough with the Distress inks, so let's get rid of that. So let's pop that away. Now that I have this done, in here we have lots of elements where we can stick them down. I'm not saying that I'm going to use them all, however, I love the idea of using them. And to tell you the truth, I'm thinking that we're not even going to need the paper, because I think these speak for themselves. I mean, how gorgeous is this? Oh, that looks amazing. Actually, I don't think I want that one. But I really love that like that, and I love, 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 love that one. How cool does that look? And we can really just use this with our words. So I'm just adding them on and just seeing and just playing around with that composition. So I really liked the blue when I did them, so I'll leave these ones for another project. Wow, that rain really is coming down. My husband and daughter are actually out as well. Oh, I hope they're sort of in the shops. Okay, yeah, oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. How nice is that? And it's just something so simple. I do feel I need another sort of that. Ah, actually, here they are. I've got a feeling they might be soaked. Yeah, so I'm going to go and see how they are, and then we'll come back and we will finish this off. So I'm back. Yeah, they did get a bit, yeah, a bit drenched, shall we say. Okay, right, let's, so what I'm going to do before we stick those bits down is I'm actually going to stick this onto the matted layer first. So I don't think we're going to actually use that paper pad. The only thing that I think I would use the paper pad for is the words, but then I'm just thinking I might use the Tim Holtz words. Yeah, I think so. Okay, let's see if we can. I can never ever do this. Did you know, when I'm not on camera, I do this first time really easily, and then as soon as I come on, I press record onto the camera. I can never do it. It really is so frustrating. Yeah, so I think are we gonna do it? Oh, it's not gonna do. So it's really annoying. Let's see if this will work. So if we can just sort of pick it up with this. But I am trying to use as much of my double-sided tape as I can. It's not so... I much prefer using my tape gun. I mean, don't get me wrong, I won't get rid of it altogether. But I do have a drawer full of the stuff. So it really does need to be used. I need to actually use it. So that is what we are doing. So let's pop that on there. So there we go. Okay, so and then what I want to do is then pop that onto there like that. Oh, doesn't that look really nice? I love this. I think it looks so cool. So let's get some. I was thinking of putting it on dimension, but I'm not going to. We're just going to pop. Do you know what I've just said? This is a nightmare, and then I've got to put 4 strips on. Do you know, honestly, I will never ever learn, will I? So yeah, but yeah, my husband and daughter, they did come in. My daughter was okay. She was actually sensible enough to wear a coat with a hood, but my husband was drenched. So yeah, but it's like it is. So it's 4:30, but it feels like, but it's so dark and dingy where we are, because yeah, the weather's just completely changed. So I mean, this is going to go up in a couple of days time, so hopefully in a couple of days time the weather will be glorious again. I do hope so. I'm missing being sat outside in the garden. Okay, right, let's pop this down. I think I want it this way. So there we are. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. I can't believe how good it is looking. The one thing that I think that I do want to do though is I'm just going to come in with my ground espresso just to blend the card base itself into it, so just to give it that distressed look. So I'm going to go all the way around that, and I want to do all of this before I put all my elements on, because they are sort of fiddly, and I don't want them to sort of move as I do it, because the adhesive is still wet. So okay, oh, I love it. I really love it. Okay, so that's done off. Right, let me move that. I do actually have, and I should have got it out, I've actually made myself a little blending board out of cardboard, and I keep forgetting that it's there because I'm trying to preserve my mat. Okay, let me get rid of this rubbish, and then what we're going to do is, so I'm going to grab, let me see, I did have an acrylic block somewhere. Oh, actually, let's use this. Do you know what? I'm going to keep these as future ones because they will fit perfectly in this packet, and we can use them again to use as a stencil. So yeah, I like that idea. Okay, so that is that. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a layer of glue on here. So I know some people do it on the back of the hands, but I seem to be allergic to a lot of stuff at the minute, so we will not do that, just to be on the safe side. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to sort of sit it in, and I mean, thankfully this does dry clear because we've got glue all over it. Actually, yeah, we had this one up here, didn't we? Yeah. Right, where is, and I'm just going to use my cloth just to pat it down, just so I don't get glue all over my hands and spoil it. There we go. This bit, yeah, we'll put that, and this I'm just going to pop some glue straight down onto it. I absolutely love these. I just can't believe how gorgeous they are. But like I said, I've been wanting this set for quite a while, and it's the Tim Holtz stuff is just so expensive, so it was such a nice sort of surprise to see them reduced, because I know in America you are so lucky in America, because you get quite a lot of the Tim Holtz stuff reduced. The amount of hauls that I've seen, so jealous, you know, so jealous. But over here we don't really get the type of sales that you guys have, so every now and again when it does happen, it's such a lovely feeling. So I didn't think, I want to say it was about £3 for this set. I don't think it will have been any more than that. Oh, isn't this looking so cool? I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. So I'm just dabbing this down into my glue. And these tweezers I use for glue, they're absolutely covered in it. So I think there will be fine. And then we've got one more bit that I had out. So let's pop that in there, in the glue. And then where shall we put this? Oh, I think there. Yeah, I like there. I like there a lot. Okay. And then again, I'm just pushing that down. All right, brilliant. Isn't that just super awesome? Oh, I do. I really love it. Actually, let's have a look at these words in here, because I love the colour of these words, and I think that they would sort of, yeah, I think they would go so much nicer. So we have got, I want to say, yes, they are. So they are repeated. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut down, move that over a second, to where it starts. And I think it starts with, so we want create beautiful art. Or does it? Oh, actually, yeah, I think it's this line here. So just along there, I need to put, right, okay. So let us, there's like two sort of bits to it. There. Okay. Right, what do we want first? I'm thinking we should have 3. So, what about dreams come true? I like that one. Oh, and I like dream in colour as well. I've just seen dream in colour on here. So let's put that bit. So dream in colour. Make sure that we get it lined up. Yep. Okay. Oh, nearly lost it. So I think dream in colour. I like that one. Oh, what about destiny is calling? I like that one as well. So destiny is calling. Let's put that. Very delicate. I'm hoping I'm not on screen. Do you know what? I think my camera keeps moving. That's what I'm going to say. Okay. Destiny is calling. So we're going to have that one. So let's put that. And we'll have that there. And then what about Dream in colour, destiny is calling, and find your path. So we'll have that one as well. So again, I'm just going to chop that down. There we are. And find your path. I like that. I really like that. And then what I'll do is I'm going to pop them just in there to use on other projects, because I think having some little words is always a nice thing to have. Yeah, I like that. So actually, do you know what? We've got lots of glue left on here, so I'm just going to run this through there like that. So oh, I love it. I really, really do love it. I'm so glad that I got it. Where's my tweezers? So, and then destiny is calling, so I'll have that one just over there. And then, oh, it started to rain really heavy again. Okay, and then the last one, find your path, which I'll have just sort of centered, just like that. So yeah, oh, love, 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 love. Right, okay, so that is it for today. So I was hoping it'd be a quick, easy card, so I'm not actually sure how long this video is, but I have to admit I really, really have enjoyed it, and it's something completely different. So we've created our own papers and yeah, and our own focal point using our Tim Holtz die set, which I just think is fab. And it's so nice when you can have another sort of use with your dies, and especially with the negative bits that you normally just throw away. So that is my card for today. Thank you so much for watching. I really do hope that you've enjoyed this video. Please do give a thumbs up, and yeah, and please share it as well with your friends, because they might like to watch it as well. But that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, please hit that subscribe as well, hit the bell so that you are notified as and when I do upload my videos, which is daily. Well, I'm trying to do it daily. So far we have succeeded. So yeah, but I'm loving creating for you guys. Yeah, and that's it. Until next time, happy crafting. Bye.